Live with Mike and Jim. Today we're going to go ambush style because of the particular guest. Because this kind of guy doesn't care when you walk in on him. He's ready at the drop of a dime. We're taking him up on it today. And we've been wanting to do this for a long time, but you got to watch it. It's good. It's hard enough just to get on camera, but this guy, we're just going to ambush him and see what he's got going on out of the gate. He doesn't know what time we're coming in today, but we're getting ready to go in now.
Man, it's hot out here, but you see us squinting. This is going to be one of the funnest Live with Mike and Jim's that we've ever done. So we need your guys' help. We're going to build an audience up right here. We're outside of the Looney bin. Bull's Barbecue smells delicious.
It smells really, really good right now.
And we're getting ready to do this ambush. But here's what we need from you. If you're watching this replay, you're probably not on the live stream, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love the followers. We're uploading all our videos there. This is our 44th episode. Might be 43rd. We might be one off, but we don't keep that much track of it. You know? We just keep on it every week. Every Thursday, we come to you to expose small business owners, talk to managers of businesses, how it's being ran, the words of wisdom, the tour. But this one's going to be really special, and it's going to be our highestly viewed video for sure.
Yeah, and you know, it's one thing just to start a business, and then to stay in business for a year, and then 3 years is kind of like that first little step that you should get to. 5 years is a pretty good accomplishment. Looney Bin's been around for 8 years, so they're on to something here. They're doing something right. They happen to be the smallest venue in the entire nation. Some top talent and national acts have been through here. Like Local H has been here. Great White's been here. You got the original Third Eye Blind members have been through here. You got Saving Abel been through here. You got Jake the Snake made an appearance, which if you're a venue owner and you have the chance to get Jake the Snake, very entertaining to hear stories from the 80s from one of the best still living right now. So Jake the Snake, put him on your radar. And he's always had big acts coming through here. What makes these
Bad Influence and the Blues Jam coming up this weekend?
It's like, what is he doing to attract all of this top talent? And I'm kind of curious, and that's why we're here today. So we're going to go ambush him and see what we got. This place also is known as one of the shittiest places, theshittiestplace.com.
Shittiestplace.com.
Shittiestplace.com. Check it out. So, national bands.
Mags is behind the camera. She's doing a great job. Show them off them blenders. Show these blenders off. Come on, styling. Hey guys, for you guys that are tagged on the video, help us share the stream and be a part of our first ambush.
And Bull's Barbecue just moved in. Check that logo out. And you can't go wrong with some barbecue.
You mean you want me to take
it for you? It gives you another reason to stop on by. So the color scheme here looks like somebody puked, and you'll see more of that. You know, color. The tiles are cracked. You know, that's one of the reasons it's the shittiest place. The VIP section is made of plywood. But here it is. At its best.
What's up, man?
So you want to check this out. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Hello, how are you?
This is my wife Maggie.
Hi, my wife Maggie. Nice to meet you.
Can I call her that? We need to get some good lighting here so people can see your face.
Right there, this way.
Why don't we go over there?
Yeah, so air conditioning's on. Jim's the lighting expert, so.
Anything back this way again?
Well, actually, probably up front here. I mean, to be quite honest with you, where Maggie's got cameras, but it might be light enough everywhere in here.
It's good here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good anyway.
We're facing the light. It's not.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You can go back here. It's good. The windows are bright enough.
So we're live, Nick. We got 20 to 40 people live on these streams. That's right. They all tuned in to hear from you.
No one would do something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come where
You're early then, huh? So you're here from open to close.
How does that work with two phones going live?
2 streams. He's got a certain set of
So
followers.
now Mike's
I got
people
mine.
get tagged on it. Our people get tagged on it.
Okay.
And
So
then
2
you're
different
tagged
sets of
on there
people.
too, so boom.
Go for it.
You cool if I grab a
But that's a
plastic
good
cup to
spot.
fill that?
You can do anything you like.
I'm gonna grab something like that too. So take it away, Nick. Tell them about the shittiest place.
You're here. Mike started to give you a tour, but we've been here for 8 years. We've been to Bull's Barbecue right over here.
I might need to turn that down.
So live viewers.
I don't know how loud that picks up.
Oh, it picks up everything.
Does it?
Yeah, you can turn it all the way down.
All right, so we can just take a seat right here. All right, so I just think that everybody should have
I'm
a
gonna sit
niche.
this way.
You know, if you're going to go into business for anything, you got to do something different that sets you apart. And Nick has certainly done that. He does it in a way that nobody else in the area can even touch. But did it start off that way? When you started here 8 years ago, Did it start that way? Or did you kind of evolve into what you're doing now?
It's a total evolution. Back 8 years ago, it was myself, my mom, and my dad, the three of us together. It was all thirds. Dad handled the day stuff, I booked entertainment. And at the time, I was doing stand-up.
Yeah.
Which I know we did stuff together back then. So it was weird going from stand-up here. I mean, we did do comedy shows here, but my interest has always been live music. Ever since I could get my first paycheck, every dollar I've spent went to live music.
Yeah.
So it just kind of, you go from booking a thing, you know what I mean, and then it's more things, and then they tell their friends, go see, you know.
How did you fall in love with music? What was your first experience and you knew you were just a
That's
music
a
guy?
really good question.
Yeah, well, let's hear it. I want to hear where the seed was planted at.
You know, Dad used to have me sing songs when I was a kid, but none of them, I should sing here.
Oh yeah? Like 4 or 5 years old, that young, or like 8, 10
Yeah,
years
probably
old?
so.
Or that young, he
His
just having
friends
you
would
sing
get a
that?
kick out of it. But
Yeah, well, like row your boat.
I'm in prison. Okay, so how'd you get into booking then? How did you get the interest to book acts, and how do you go about booking acts?
Still to this day, I don't have the interest in booking acts. I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it. I don't do email. I don't like email. I'm one of those people, I can see you being a lot like this, where you're one of those hands-on, do it, delegate, go.
Yeah, that's how I learned this too.
Same here, trial by fire.
Yeah.
I hate booking. I hate it.
How come? You don't like calling people or what?
Most booking agents are scumbags. I'll just
They are?
say that right out of the gate. I mean,
Tag a booking agent, that's a scumbag.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
the case. They're not the musicians. They're not the venues. They'll tell the venues anything
Okay.
to get a deal. You know what I mean? But they won't tell the band the deal they made with the venues. They won't tell the venues the deal they made with the band. And now everybody's mad at each other over some guy in the middle who's only got his nose in the business.
And he's just there to make the commission on the
I
booking.
really don't like anybody's nose in what we do. You know, whether that be there or... So
Yeah.
I still don't like it. There's a couple that I've dealt with for years, like Alex Grossi, for rock and roll. He's one of them that brought Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses. He's the guitar player for Quiet Riot, as a matter of fact. He's done us great over the years.
Yeah.
The one that I deal with, Tom Garland, I met doing comedy. He's the one who introduced me to the Jackass guys and whatnot. Still have a really good relationship with him. And then there's Supreme, Matt over at Supreme, who's been great. Ivan always deals with him.
Yeah.
Because Ivan does a lot of that sort of thing.
That's Ivan Garcia, right?
I hear his name a lot. I finally got to meet Ivan.
Yeah,
the
I
last
tagged
time I
Ivan
was
on
here.
there. Hey, let's take a minute to...
Felt like I knew him already.
That was last Thursday.
Yeah. I don't go out much. When I do, I come here.
Blues Sunday.
Blues Sunday. First Sunday every month is Blues Sunday, so be sure to stop by here the first Sunday of every month.
Minus September because we're moving it
Minus September.
Labor Day.
So don't come in September.
No, September. If you're just joining the stream, we just ambushed Nick Huffman. If you don't know who this man is, he's in the entertainment business. He owns Looney Bin, and what we're really talking about here is, well, what's it take to run an establishment in a venue like this? And then we also wanted to expose you on...
Crazy. That's what the deal is.
Well, and I think everybody that puts in their heart, sweat, tears into a business has got to have a little crazy in them.
You got to be a little obsessed.
A little bit
You
obsessed.
with some of this stuff here.
For sure. I mean, if you look around here, this is basically like you're watching my ADD unfold right in front of your eyes everywhere.
Yeah. And we got Nick for the interview this morning, too, at the drop of a dime, just like that. He just happens to be here, open to close. So you spend a lot of time here as well. Because
Right. Yeah, it's a 17-hour day today. Today, if I don't get stuff longer, but like if you were to look around here, I know you took the video when you come in. We didn't have a VIP section. We didn't have a stage.
Oh, no. This has been added
All
on.
of that's been added in. There were pool tables when we first got here. We just put a 10,000 watt PA in that Rose Audio, that's Rose put in. And that PA is good for any national band that wants to come through here. It'll fill any riders.
So you guys have put a big focus on the quality of sound?
Yes, even though we have that shittiestplace.com, where that came from, it came from back when I used to drink. I haven't drank in over a year.
Congrats, man.
Good stuff.
Good job, brother.
Good stuff.
You look good, too, I can tell. Yeah.
How much weight did you drop from that drinking?
About 100 pounds.
So all you did was stop drinking?
Well,
and you ate the same?
I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
I've been eating bowls every day, and the thing is, I didn't know this prior, but they only use real foods. They don't use processed crap. Which I'm not one of these guys like you that pays attention
Yeah.
to all that.
I know.
McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess that makes a lot of difference. Plus, when I started going to the doctor regularly and getting, you know how when you get your blood work, they tell you all those words that I fell asleep with, you know,
Sure.
Yep.
I don't know what they mean.
Gotcha.
Numbers are high. Okay, great. See ya.
If it's in the red, it's a concern.
Yeah.
If I'm breathing, it's fine. You know what I mean? I don't know how I feel.
You're not afraid of losing a finger or anything like that.
Look, what had happened, I mean, to tell you the real story, I was sitting in the doctor's office and she looked over at me and they were called triglycerides. Which has something to do with the liver. I always screw that up because I don't use my liver. But
Sounds
it's
about
really
right.
the liver.
Yeah.
They were sitting at a fatal level as I sat in her office and she looked across at me and she said, "Oh, you've seen your last Christmas." So I looked right at her because, sorry audience.
No,
They that way. I looked right back at her and I was like, "Thank you." Nobody tells me when I die but me. That was just, the switch went off in my head right then and there. I was done.
That was enough of what you needed to hear.
Yeah, you don't tell me what I do that.
Hell yeah.
Already complex probably.
Now, I'm most curious about how you get.
Well, back to your question though.
Really, thanks.
So one night somebody was talking about the band. Yeah, so and so and blah blah blah. And I just kind of looked at him. I had my whiskey on. Best band, shittiest place.
Best bands, shittiest place.
And when I said that, I went,
we'll give you a tour.
I'm gonna text this to somebody right now because we're gonna keep that.
Yeah.
Huh, that's kind of funny because people like to brag and say their place is so great.
Exactly. Do the opposite.
It's fun.
Do what everybody else is doing and
it's
do the
fun,
opposite.
But we don't have marble floors. We're never gonna have marble floors.
Yeah, but when you see the tour, so what we do at the end, we're going to show a tour of this place. I'd love for you to kind of give a commentary too, because there's so many awesome things in here.
Yeah, the bar by itself is attractive.
Yeah, and
we're actually getting ready to replace that and take it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that bar out and
Nice.
move it actually along this wall here.
Okay.
That way, when we worked with Bulls, we knew there was going to be some issues.
Yeah,
okay.
that's gonna be good.
Because we're a bar and a rock and roll venue. We weren't used to having
Yeah.
kids and families, and they were an independent restaurant that wasn't used to this.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, we said we'd take a year and see what worked and what didn't, and try to look at that and make ourselves better. Well, we did. I mean,
It's been a year now since Bulls has entered into here.
we totally understand that bar atmosphere is not family atmosphere. So by taking that out,
But I brought my daughter here last week.
you brought her a couple
And she
times.
wanted to come to Bull's Barbecue.
Right.
My 8-year-old got out of school, and I'm like, where do you want to go to lunch? She said Bull's Barbecue. So we came in here, she met Nick, it was a cool day.
Yeah, by doing that, we're going to be able to double the capacity.
Yeah.
And then right over there, we'll be able to keep all the tables on.
It's
on
going to
that
open it up
side.
for sure.
So they can serve right out of that corner and that side. And with the sound booth being there instead of here in the corner, it'll split the room and kind of act like a little
How
ball
far else
room.
the bar going to come?
Wow. The bar's probably going to come right about out to that pole, come back in, and
Gotcha.
right along
Oh,
here.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's actually the exact
That way
same
you'll have it
amount of-
all opened up.
It's the same amount of seating as what we've already got.
Yeah, well, that's going to be good
And
stuff.
we actually redid these floors about 6 or 7 years ago, probably 7, and they look like, I mean, it looks like Hurricane Hugo came through here, going from Tantric.
So let's talk about how you attract these national acts. How do they hear about the Looney Bin and how do they want to come here?
I
How do
have no
how do they
idea.
figure you out? Do they call you or do you call them?
They get a hold of us.
And they hear about it, they need a place to play.
So what's the
they're off
address
for the
here
night.
too?
201 South Schuyler. in
201
Bradley.
South Schuyler.
Bradley,
Bradley.
not Kankakee, because there's a 200 block of South Schuyler, Kankakee also, and that is
On the other side of town.
yes, sir.
Great.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's times where the bands had a performance lined up, but they had a cancellation take place, and they place to play. They're in town, otherwise they're just sleeping in their trailers, not
Oh,
getting
I mean,
paid.
not-
so they
not
look you
even
up.
in
Is that why
town.
they call you? Or
Not even in town. We have bands from states and states away.
Yeah, you guys have had, I mean, the last time I was here for a good performance was Afroman,
Afroman.
which was, what a crazy performance.
Which show was that?
Oh man,
Which one?
maybe it was the
He hasn't only been here once.
second one.
I love him. I love him.
Oh man, he rocks the place.
He played one show July 4 years ago. It would have been like July 15th-ish or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Then he came back. Would have been 2 Januaries ago.
That's
two
the one
Januaries
I-
ago, and it was back-to-back nights. It was a Saturday and a Sunday. I want to say the 29th and 30th, maybe.
Yeah.
And then last year he came. That's the one.
Out of control.
He didn't get here until midnight. I sent him a text that day to let him know that the distributor that he told me was in Peoria was south of St. Louis, so there was no way that I was going to be able to get his cold Froti 5 malt liquor up here. And then he goes, "For what? Do I have a show?" And I went,
Yeah, I can understand that.
"This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon." He lives out on the outskirts of Cincinnati.
No, wow.
Yes. And when did I book that? And I went, "Man, we booked this months ago."
Why did you forget?
Fro, you shared this on your Facebook page 2 weeks ago, man. And he goes,
Because he got hot.
"Did you send a deposit?" And I said, "Yeah." Like 10 minutes after I talked to you. And he wanted it MoneyGram, which is a Walmart thing. So it was a pain for me to send that deposit. I know I sent it because I can't go there.
Okay, so that's how we're getting. Send a deposit. That way they know you're locked in.
I know that
You're locked in.
story.
For sure.
So that's one of the things that has to take place.
When I told him, he said, "Was I in Florida?" And I said, "Yeah." "You were in Florida?" And he goes, "That explains it." So I had to undo the Florida thing. Keep in mind, I'm not allowed in the store. And then I had to undo.
You got kicked out of Walmart if you don't know.
That's another show.
Yeah.
That's a funny story, though.
Oh, yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, let's say something for the audience that's just joining on here. You guys are just joining a live stream. You're going to want to watch the replay. We came here in ambush, Nick Huffman at the Looney bin. We got tagged in there, the YouTube channel. You're going to see this uploaded on there. You want to subscribe to it, put your notifications on. We've already talked about some of the things that we do here in Looney Bin, which is some of the shows, the entertainment that comes to it. You know, Nick is also a tremendous amount of ways just from cutting drinking out.
Nice.
And there's more to this man than what we're talking about right now. And hopefully you don't mind me.
A lot more.
You know, I think the audience wants to know something I want to bring up a bit controversial.
Okay.
But it's going to be after this question. Yeah, it's a bit
Okay.
after this. It has to do with a guy named Carter. His last name's Carter.
Uh-oh.
So I think people want to know the story around
Right.
Aaron Carter being in town. But
Okay.
before we get to that, let's talk about the great things Nick does. Nick, you've been recognized in the community as a philanthropist.
He has done a lot of good
A
for the community.
philanthropist. Do you know what that word means?
No.
When it's time to step up, he
But
steps up.
it's way too big, so I know that word.
So the word means something I can't even give you a real definition. Besides that, you've helped raise money. You've done so much in the community to put efforts together and bringing people together to help people in need through hurricane efforts, other different types of benefits,
Right.
individuals raising money. You know, and one, I just want to say thanks because I think you're a pretty awesome dude for doing that. But what makes you want to do those things?
Something triggers it.
Yeah.
You know, if I had to answer that honestly, which is the only way I know how,
Perfect.
I've gotten really, really, really fortunate over the years. You know, I started doing comedy, and somehow that kind of took its own rock and roll path, which is how I got hooked up with Mancal, which opened a whole lot of doors.
Oh, that's
And,
awesome.
I have a lot more resources at my fingertips than most people would even know how to find or didn't know exist. You know what I mean?
Your network of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, heck, once we got Obama, President Obama, when he was president, lift the no-fly zone for us.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably somebody watching this who was in the room. There was 50 people that were in the room when that happened. It's just, I have a crazy network at my fingertips, and I don't bother them with garden. Meaning, if I were to come to them, if I were to come to you,
Yeah.
you know I'm not selling Mona B.
I
Mona B,
remember that.
stuff.
Put a long list of those.
Right, but you know it's actually going to be something that
Yeah.
at least you know I believe in.
Right, and I don't sell too much of that stuff either. You won't find me selling much unless I believe in it.
No.
That's for sure, so I can understand that.
No, if the product was a miracle, they wouldn't be selling out of the trunk of their car.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I tell you, you've done a lot of great things. If you're watching the stream, tag on somebody that
Share
this
it.
man has impacted his life. I know there's a ton of people. But let's switch gears kind of and get into
Switch
something
gears.
that I know people want to know is,
Go ahead.
what happened with Aaron Carter?
Okay.
If they don't know the story, I'll let you tell it.
A lot's happened here. This guy's got so many
I
stories.
know a lot's
It's one,
happened. This
but-
has been one of the biggest ones that hit almost, I think, national
Well,
newswire.
no, it was the second most Googled thing on planet Earth that the next day.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
You're making it.
Okay, so everybody kind of saw the videos and knows what happened.
I've seen
So
it.
specifically, what do you want to know? I should ask.
Well,
Without getting into the whole.
Right.
I guess if the audience doesn't know, I know that Aaron Carter got a black eye.
No.
So see, and that's
got
why.
a scratch.
Okay.
And when I say scratch, like imagine a declawed hamster that knocked a remote that like their kids chew on, so it had a jagged edge that hit his arm. He got nothing. But long story short, his drummer's also his road manager. His drummer had asked us before the show if we could provide extra security up front because Aaron's girlfriend was on the tour, and she gets pissy about girls reaching up and touching him.
Oh, wow.
I said, man, you can't drop this on me right before the show. I said, I could probably get one of the openers for a couple of those guys and throw on Looney shirts and have them stand up front. Just because they're not really doing security. I mean, it was understood that it was just to appease his woman.
Don't want to be up front.
So I had Tommy, who was one of them. He was in one of the opening bands. He was up there being Tommy and messing around. So Aaron looked at me and says, "Get him out of here," which I understand. He's in the front row doing security. Aaron doesn't know that this guy's just there to satisfy his whiny girlfriend.
Gotcha.
Everybody's in on it but Aaron. So I grabbed Tommy, pushed him to the back door like he was getting fired, and on the way out the door, I was going like this. That way Aaron thought I was yelling, but what I was actually saying to him was, "Hey, I don't care if you come around the front, just hide in the back." And I went and shut the door.
That was smooth. That was smooth.
Right. On the way out, Tommy, just because he's got a, which I'd have done it, you know, he's like, "Bye, faggot." That is what he said to Aaron. You don't hear that on any of the videos because it happened right at my back door, and Aaron was on stage. So as an immediate reply, he goes, "Bye, Felipe."
And that's the true story right there.
That's what really happened.
Set it up.
Right. There was no racism deal. That got this. One thing you learn with the news, and you see it every day now. It doesn't matter who's right. It only matters who reports first. Because these national and global stories all come out of a local community or a local paper somewhere. And all it does is that original story, the first one to the press, multiplies.
Yeah.
And they sell the headlines, and the retractions are always on page 217. Now that we live in a world with these 24-hour, 365-day news channels competing with each other, you have to find ways to constantly keep it fresh.
Yeah.
There's no accountability in journalism anymore. It's not the Walter Cronkite days. If you put out a BS story, you're not getting called out on it or held accountable for it because they're already on to the next thing. Remember the guy who climbed Trump Tower and had all that stuff in his backpack and wanted to talk to the president about?
Oh, yeah.
He's already been sentenced. You never heard what was in the backpack. That drives me crazy! It drives me crazy that I don't know what was in that backpack. But think of it. He pled out.
No one ever
Nobody's ever
reported
heard
that. It's not going to get the views.
They're on to their next
It's not going to get the views.
So that's where the accountability's gone. They can run anything.
Yeah. Well, with things like Facebook Live and YouTube too, it's like anybody can put something out there, and there is no accountability. So.
Let's talk about how Looney Bin got started. How did Looney Bin come
Great
about?
question,
and
Mike.
From day one.
I was driving for Metro, and I illegally had my cell phone on board. Dad sent me a text that says, "Want to go in the bar business?" And
I had no idea this was coming.
No. And I went, "Yep." He goes, "Judy's is for sale." I said, "Where you at?" TJ's. So it'll be right there. So I went and pulled the bus up to TJ's and we talked for a while.
Really?
And the price was right, but then it came down to a whole bunch of stuff with the building and whatnot. So Dad ended up buying the property and Mom and I ended up buying the business. Then Dad ended up dying and it went 50-50 then. Then she sold for a little bit because Mom never wanted it in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was always me and Dad.
Okay.
Dad.
Not her thing, huh?
No.
At the beginning.
But-
She sure looks
Correct.
like she belongs
Oh,
here.
she does belong here now. She became Mama over time doing
Yeah.
her Jello shots.
Right.
Because it was just an understanding after she sold that she could come here and sell those anytime
Wanted to
she wanted.
support her baby.
Let us know how the sound is. You guys can hear us
we
okay.
would, at the time, we would actually give her, nobody knew that, but we'd give her all the liquor. She never paid for any of that. She made money selling them. So she ended up making enough money to buy her half that.
Oh wow, that's an amazing story.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Yeah. So with everything that you got going on, what's the biggest challenge of running a bar in a business like this? Because it's more than just a bar.
The biggest challenge for me is actually doing the normal people thing.
Tell me more about that.
As weird as that sounds,
Like, give me one example.
the nice part about this world, like you guys brought up, we've had, Third Eye Blind here at local age. All right, we'll get to them.
You order that?
We did not touch that
Guns N'
plate.
Roses. We've had Gus G, who's Ozzy Osbourne's guitar player, Tantric, Saliva, Trapped. I just have to read the wall. Go on for freaking ever who's been here at this point. But what was I talking about?
The regular people thing. Because I find that interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's hard to do regular people things. And
What happens is kind of like if you've got one of those toys that you only bring out when people come over. I'm basically the people equivalent to that. People find me when they want to go smile and have fun. Then they leave me in my world and do not bring me into theirs.
Okay.
So I don't know if that makes any sense.
That makes a bunch of sense. Total
Right.
sense.
So
Yeah. Now, was this your dad's first experience in the bar scene when he took this place over, or did he have experience before then?
he had experience being in them all day. He owned a roofing company. He was a union roofer since he was a kid, and as well as his brother. And he went out on his own, and then he went out on his own and found he could get people to do his job for him.
Okay.
So,
And you were young when this was coming up. You watched this growing up. You watched him do this. Okay.
I grew up in this bar when I was a little kid. This was my favorite place to hang out with
Yeah.
Dad when I was a kid. He didn't drink at all.
So you guys hung out here back in the day.
Right.
Okay.
I used to love coming and talking to military guys, vets.
Oh, wow.
I love picking the brains of, the old timers, as they say.
Yeah.
Those guys know stuff.
Yeah.
They've been around.
Yeah. So that was my favorite when I was a kid, is getting to hang out with his friends and listen to those stories. So when this place came up, 9/11 I watched on the TVs here. It was my parents' 25th wedding anniversary.
I remember being in school when that happened.
Yeah. That's where
I saw it at home that morning, but after lunch, Dad and I came here and we watched it on the television. So it's kind of neat. I mean, it's really neat. I can't even lie about it. My favorite place to hang out when I was a kid now has the bands that I was working my ass off when I was 15 to go pay to see coming here.
Makes sense.
Like, Enough's Enough, for example.
Because it's supposed to be that way.
Chips Enough used to work together on Indigo. We shared mics. We shared a mic every morning. We saw him at the Y2K New Year's Eve.
Oh, wow.
With Dokken and Def Leppard at the Rosemont Horizon, and a couple times before that, and then he was playing my birthday party here one year.
Imagine that.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
So,
It's weird.
A dream come true.
But it's just not, I don't know about that, because if I'd have dreamed it up, we'd have been in trouble enough.
Yeah.
so Dad was a
But
union
it's
roofer.
definitely cool.
Let's talk about his next step after union roofer and what transitioned him from that to bar owner and other experiences.
We did them both at the same time.
Okay.
And like I said, he'd do the day thing, and that's when I drove for Metro, and I'd come in at night and do whatever, and I did all the booking back then. So, honest to God, I think about this all the time. I'll walk around here and go, I really have no idea how this happened.
Because you had your vision and you slowly put things up.
But-
But license
but it
plates was
wasn't-
your idea, right?
No,
You come in
no,
here.
those license plates, back when I was in high school, which is...
Yeah, we got a tour of the
And you
place.
just collect, and we're going to have a good tour here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Back in '96 or so, when we very, very first got our first compact Presario 500 computer, home
Yeah.
computer. Remember those?
Yeah, I worked at Best Buy. I was selling shit like that.
10 gig head drive. The guy at Staples, it was a compact, told us that there's no way you'll be able to fill up that hard drive. 10 gigs.
Yeah. It's probably already half full from the operating
I've had a
system.
phone for 2 months, and I've had to erase it twice.
Put it all
It's
into the
gotten
cloud.
full.
Do you guys have a
Right.
phone here at the Looney Bin?
No.
Okay, neither
No
do I. And
phone.
I thought I was the only one who didn't have a phone, but I just learned Nick doesn't have a phone either. Why don't you have a phone here?
Because all of those people want to bother you.
Yeah, I mean, I find people call me, they generally don't stop by, so I don't even answer the phone anymore, but...
Right,
This is
every
people-
bit of information that you'll ever need is very plentifully available if you just Google it. or
I
go to the vintage
agree.
page.
Nick is a very like-minded individual.
There's legit nothing that a regular person should have to ask me. Because it's out there. And the thing is, for a lot of questions like that, you know, our bartenders won't know who, you know, what time this is and that is. Because a lot of times with the events, we don't even know what the lineup or what the times are.
Last minute stuff.
So that exact day,
Right.
we'll have it blocked off. But, so then we've got people giving misinformation, which is, I can't have that.
Just eliminate it and be done with it.
So real quick before we take a tour, what do you think was the best time you've had in this bar in the last 8 years since you've had all these bands coming through here? What's the best night?
Man.
And you had somebody with their most fun times were on Facebook the other day, so what's the most fun night you've had?
You know, when I asked that question, I thought about it. If somebody does that to me,
Oh boy, here we are on Facebook Live.
I couldn't even.
I wanted to do it. Well, you had so many. You got.
No,
I forgot most of them, right?
Yeah. Sorry,
But not one stands out. Huh?
I mean, if just looking at the wall, and I'm gonna scan.
We'll look back here in a second.
Quick as I can, but just signatures. We have Trapped, Dustin Diamond, aka Screech from Saved by the Bell, Tracy Guns, who was the Guns and Guns N' Roses and LA Guns, Jake the Snake Roberts, Another Lost Year. Who's first number one? Who's first number one?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Nick.
You said Trapped and there's track playing in the background. I think
Do some commentary, Nick, and we'll just follow you around.
So
A lot of stuff here to look at on the walls and find.
Yeah, you're going to want to go back and forth in this video for the replay to see all the different license plates.
Yeah.
You mentioned bands coming from a couple states away. This is Pigweed. They lost 3 or 4 dates in a row, which is very, very uncommon for a band on the road on a tour. So their manager said, just go see Nick. They ended up staying here for 3 days and put tents out back. I hung out with them just so they were safe. We couldn't get them a room because it was graduation weekend.
Oh boy.
So everything was booked up. This is Kip Winger, Dominic Capone. It's Al Capone's great nephew. He's my partner in the fireworks thing. What's that?
Was he just here hanging out, or what was he doing here?
He's my partner with my fireworks thing.
Okay, cool.
So this is Gus G. He was the guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne when he came. Tracy Guns from LA Guns. We got Moondog. We got Another Lost Year. Their first hit, which is War on the Inside. The day it hit #1's the day they played here for the very first time. We got Jason Todd, who was the guitar player from Shinedown. He's the one who did Simple Man.
Oh, wow.
And Chad Lee, who's a great friend of mine, photographer. You have Letters from the Dead, who come up from Peoria, Super Bob and Elysium. Tantric, Green Jello. This is in here. Mobile Death Camp, which has one of the guys from Guar.
Guar, wow.
Great White.
Beavis and Butthead, remember right there.
Okay, Great White, Crash Carl from Germany. Here's where Aaron Carter signed.
Oh, Aaron Carter signed.
Oh, see what he wrote? Come at me, bro.
Wow.
There's Luke from the Bushwhackers.
Nice.
You also see Honky Tonk Man.
Keep that come at me, bro.
See, we've got Great White, Afroman is right up here. Lee DeWise, who won American Idol. Austin John Winkler, who's the singer of Hinder.
And these people just all call you. I'm looking for a place. So you have a list of
There's Party
people
Boy
waiting
and
to play here now?
Lacey from Jackass, the guys from Third Eye Blind. This is Thomas Ian Nicholas from American Pie and Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
He was never
I
going
got
garden.
you that night.
Yeah. He came in through an American Pie party.
Right.
We got Faster Pussycat, Aiden Ashley, she does adult stuff. That's Fred. That's Fred.
Fred.
Y'all can figure that out on your own.
Shit.
Like he just did.
Oh, yeah. We
have
remember
Fajita
Fred.
Fajita Mike and Goat, our family from Full Throttle Saloon. We have Autograph. You guys need to turn up the radio. Ari Lehman, who was the very first Jason in Friday the 13th.
I missed that night too.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's a big
Local age. Don Jameson from that metal show. Trapped. Saving Abel. Saliva.
I mean, you bring some cool people.
Hookers
You bring
and
some-
Blow,
Jason was
which-
even here.
Yeah, which
Man.
is one of my
Is
favorites.
this the theme of a party, or is this someone?
No, that's a super group. It's a cover band, but it's a super group. The lead singer is Dizzy Reed of Guns N' Roses.
Heck
Rock and
yeah.
Roll Hall of Fame member Dizzy Reed. Then has Alex Grossi from Quiet Riot on guitar. The other members rotate. So the day that they played, it was Chips Enough, who I used to work with, and Johnny Kelly, the drummer from Danzig and Typo Negative. And
This
then
is just your world, man.
Don
That's what this
Jameson
is.
from
Heck
Metal
yeah.
Show. It opened up.
I mean,
There's Honky Tonk Man.
We'll go around and look at some more.
Michael Graves, who's a singer from the Misfits.
Good place to hang out.
Man, look at all of that.
All kinds of stuff.
VIP area.
Fester Pussycat, Bullet Boys.
Bushwhacker Luke, he's got a...
Lee DeWise, who won American Idol, was here.
He
So
owns
just called you
American
then,
Idol?
or did
No, he won American Idol.
One.
His
Oh,
agent
wow.
just called you then wanting him to play here, or how'd that work out?
That was a makeup for the Aaron Carter thing because we did
Oh.
nothing wrong in that
Okay.
situation. So the agent threw us a bone.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, Ivan had hooked that deal up.
That's awesome.
Oh, Ivan's the guy.
It
who gets
was
everything
about
hooked up?
Ivan's
because
on here.
we were still trying to get our deposit back from that first show,
Yeah.
and Ivan said, "You got to get a hold of it." And I said, "You tell that," and Ivan went, That's why Nick doesn't deal with agencies.
Yeah.
You know what's great? When you're a band here and you
see,
come
they
up on
know who you
stage,
are now. They hear
you know,
lead,
this
they
is
know
gonna
what- They know what they're in for. All right, let's get a...
give you a
go
good
around and talk
vantage
about
point.
the
Here's what they're
social
seeing when they're on
our
stage.
situation.
This,
Changing soon.
This is our
Woo!
good friend, Mark Salvador. It's June. Hell, it'll be June tomorrow. So he would have passed away 3 years ago, I guess. His very first gig and his last gig were both on the stage.
Wow.
Yeah, he started playing with Dirty 30 in the open mics, and then opened for Bullet Boys the night before he drowned.
Wow.
And that's Tana. That's my second wife watching in the corner. Ty Fury, who was Scott Weiland's guitar player and Clayton Trapp, is the one who broke the ceiling tile, so we had him sign that.
Oh, okay. He broke
That's,
the ceiling tile.
Oh, that's what it is. It's a ceiling
Bill
tile.
Manspeaker from Green Jello drew a cartoon of me with that stupid Walmart thing. So that's that.
I noticed when you got the big bands back here, this is all chained off. So this is like
Yes.
the area nobody can come
So
in.
this is where they hang out. This is the green room.
Correct. This is
Nobody can just...
the reason is this is Nick's area during the
Nick's
shows.
area.
This
Oh, I
is
see.
for me.
Oh, okay.
That way, it even says right there, stay that out.
Oh.
Because but what happens
If your name
is
is...
this is a relay point for the bands. If they need something, they can look right over at me
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, I need whether it be water, towels, etc." Then I could relay that to the bar.
Yes. And you're really good, too, because when Jake the Snake was here, the chair was uncomfortable, and he was just making a comment, but you picked up on that. He didn't even ask you for a chair, but you got him a new chair because you just had that sense of awareness. So, yeah, you tend to do this very
I
well.
used to do it myself.
Yeah.
So I see.
Let's go around here
What's
and
going on,
show
whether
the
it be
rest of the
in the
market. Not everybody's been here, but let's show them Bulls. Best barbecue in town. It truly is the best barbecue in town, too. So you eat here, what do you...
Well, hold on.
Do you
This
eat
is for
breakfast?
you guys.
Oh,
You made
it's
that
good.
for
I might have a little piece of that.
This is the tenderloin pizza. Look at
Okay.
Tenderloin pizza.
They take a tenderloin and they pound it out by hand.
Yeah. They pound it out by hand.
They'll
Okay.
pound it out by hand and then they'll fry it. That's what makes it nice and big. And then once they fry it, they'll take and put pizza sauce on it, whatever toppings you like, and cheese, and then they put it in their brick oven.
Oh
In
my
the brick
goodness.
oven.
Yeah, it's $8.99, and that thing will.
So...
I can't finish it anymore.
I'm just curious. I mean, you've lost a lot of weight in recent months and years. Do you eat here twice a day since it's convenient, or what do you do?
No, just more often than not.
Okay.
But
it's not
by
every
doing
single day, but
so-
it's so convenient and easy.
By
like,
doing
hey,
so, I mean, it's not just the tools, it's the healthiest fit it up. I mean, it's good for you versus what I was doing,
yeah,
which is going to
Whole bucket
Chicago
of fried
Joe,
chicken.
going to JR's. Hey, Mike, let's go tear up some chicken. Let's go to
Yeah.
Hooters. Instead of going and finding a reason to leave here and go eat elsewhere, now I'm just eating
Real
a
food.
sandwich.
Heck yeah.
all right. And then the plan is you're gonna let's show the viewers
This bar
a
right
good,
here.
view of the bar you have in plan.
Right. So,
Hey Sharon.
So what I was talking about doing is taking this, and very soon, actually,
Okay.
taking this out completely.
Completely
That way-
out. So it's
Right.
gonna open up this whole side of the room.
Right. You see where the sound
Yeah.
booth is in the corner.
Sound booth's in the
That's
corner.
not
That's
an
what Jason
ideal-
Hayden. He's limpy and drunk.
That's where we were just
No,
at.
Vince Rose is our sound guy.
Oh, okay.
He's happy and nice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't. He's
All
the
right.
one sound guy who's not always drunk.
Yeah.
Here
Okay.
comes Pebbles. That's one of our bartenders.
Pebbles?
There's Trevor.
Oh.
Trevor's
Hey,
playing
Trevor.
Here tonight. Trevor's playing here tonight with his band Black Cadillac.
Now this is a true ambush. We just ambushed the talent for tonight.
Getting all kinds of set up. All right, and that's gonna kind of finagle its way over to that area over there. The bar
Well,
is.
this will be gone, so the sound booth will be dead center.
Okay.
right in front of the stage where it should be.
That's where it should be. It shouldn't be in that corner. It
Right.
should be centered.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
by doing so, we're going to have all this room where we can put tables.
Yeah.
Now, so the restaurant can serve here, and we can keep the bartender here in the restaurant.
It's a really good
That
idea.
way they coexist.
Yeah, whose idea was that? I'll think that, but you thought of that. You're like, that's a good idea. Yeah. It's gonna
Take a
look
look
great.
at that awesome place.
We'll come back after you get that set up and give people an update. Anything else you want to tell your customers?
I pretty much tell them everything I need to tell them, whatever I gotta tell them. But Trevor,
Yeah.
what time are you guys going on tonight? 8?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Black Cadillac. This is only their second show in like 2 years.
Black Cadillac.
Second show in 2 years.
The
or
the last one was here a week ago tonight, and
Might be the last one in 2 years, too.
Yeah. So tonight, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. There's still some tickets left. It's over halfway sold out for sure. I haven't looked yet today, but see you, fellows.
That's awesome. So Nick, the other thing we always get in every one of these interviews, being a business owner and a man of the community, what are some words of wisdom for someone that wants to get into business, wants to do some of the things that you're doing, maybe booking talent, could be anything about what you do. What would you want to tell a young, aspiring entrepreneur
What would
or
you have
someone
told
who wants
yourself
to
20 years ago?
Yeah, that's a great
What
way
would I
to
have
put
told
it.
myself 20 years ago?
Yep.
Stay in school and get a vasectomy when I'm 15.
Stay in school and get a vasectomy.
Yeah, well, hey, if you do it, worst things could happen.
That is some wisdom.
I would
And
say
I tell you
My
what.
kids are cool though, and my daughter's honestly the coolest person I know. I love my daughter more than
Yeah.
life itself. She's the coolest person I've ever met.
Well, you're an awesome man, Nick. Thanks for a great interview. I love it that you allowed us to come in and ambush you. It really shows your confidence in everything you do.
At any point.
Oh, anytime. So you got to hear. So if we're looking for a guest on a Thursday, and somebody backs out last minute, we can just come ambushing it. And you're typically here open to close.
No.
We'll give you a little head- give you a few hours
I
notice.
bartend every Monday and Thursday day.
Oh, Thursday is
And then
perfect.
Tuesday nights.
All right.
But tonight, since we have a big show, I'll be here working the side stage,
Okay.
making sure everything runs properly.
We'll ambush Nick every so often. But there's Nick Huffman.
Heck yeah.
Here's what it looks like right now. If you've never been here before,
We'll follow Mike for his last part of the tour.
.com for the upcoming talent he has coming to the area.
I got some words of wisdom for the heat.
Let's hear it.
Yeppa.
Don't sweat the petty stuff and don't pet the sweaty stuff.
Everything is small stuff.
Don't pet the sweaty stuff.
And here's what it looks like.
Mike is not getting pet tonight.
Whole outside area.
Here we are. It smells good. Bull's Catering right here. And if you want to see, it's the real deal. They're out here all day. So for you guys that are live viewing, you guys that are watching, I really want to say thank you and being a part of our audience and supporting us every week. The best way you guys can support us, I see your names on here, so go to the YouTube channel. We put it on there. Subscribe to the YouTube. And let us know if you want someone to get interviewed and you want to highlight someone. We want to highlight people that are doing great things in the community, people that are actually doing something in their business. They're helping people, they're employing people, they're doing just something great. We want to highlight them. You guys be awesome. Thanks again for tuning in.
All right, Jim.